Welcome to Modern Wall Street's Trader Talk. As we enter November and the temperatures are starting to get lower, looks like stocks are doing the same thing today. Joining me is Virtu Financial's Matt Cheslock. Hey, Matt, welcome.
Well, I guess it's better to have, these temperatures than maybe record highs. It would be a little hot. So, it's about time the market take a little breather.
That's true. So there's no global warming in the market right now, is what you're saying?
No, not at all.
Well, Matt, it is daytime, but you know what? We're going to call it story time. So let's start with this. What's going on with the small caps? What's the story there? Is there any tie between the head and shoulders pattern we saw in the transports a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, that could be it. The transports are the leader, but the small caps are really based on the tax reform. I mean, they were going to be the biggest beneficiaries of this. Now it looks like we're going to get some holdups in Congress, and this plan might be radically different than what we expect. And I think that's the concern going forward, that maybe the small caps got a little ahead of themselves.
So you're not saying it's going to drag the entire market down? Because if we take a look, let's look at that junk bonds. Let's look at the high yielders. They're going down too. That could be a warning sign there.
Yeah, I think people are nervous, certainly, but I think after we saw the earnings quarter that we had, that was so positive, I don't expect anything to happen in this 2-month period. So if it happens, it's going to be on the horizon. It's not going to be short term. There are some warning signs, and people always pick up on the warning signs. But right now, this market is just grinding higher, and we've seen this sector rotation that's still in play. And until that theme breaks, you just got to keep riding it.
So what sectors are we talking about now that we're rotating into?
The big cap techs have done very well. The financials have seen a little bit of steam taken out of them, whether it's profit taking, whether it's the concern about the flattish yield curve that we've seen in 10 years. So those are some of the things that you look at as far as a rotation. Are they still buying just the big names? And that's why the small caps have been suffering. It's just been big cap names that have been mainly the beneficiary to any new money that's come into the market. But there's so many people that are chasing this market. That's why I don't anticipate a huge sell-off at the end of the year.
I see. And, volume is pretty low today, and we are ending earnings season. So could it be possible that people are just waiting for something else to happen? They're not making any big moves?
Yeah, that's what this market has been. It's been waiting for the next thing to come due. Oil's had a pretty significant run, but it seems to have stalled out here at the top end of the range, what we thought in 2017. So is there a catalyst to take oil higher? Could that take the market higher as new investment comes in? That's yet to be seen. So no one really wants to get in front of that yet. Trump hopefully will get some of this North Korea situation resolved, and maybe that's a catalyst to take us higher. So there's a lot out there, but it starts and ends right now, I think, with tax reform and the new Fed.
All right, and let's just hang on to earnings season while we still have it. A couple more weeks of that. We have some big ones today: retail, tech, NVIDIA tonight. Which is more significant?
Well, this morning the softness is due to retail. The brick and mortar company is really finding it hard to gain some traction here. Amazon, and then you get companies like Walmart now are getting into that and saying, you know what, we understand what Amazon's doing. We've got to compete. So those are the two big elephants in the room that you're competing with, and they're awfully large. NVIDIA, obviously, up 100% this year, along with some of the other ones. They're going to have a high hurdle to get over, and that's what's a lot of these other companies had lower bars, and they were easily able to exceed those. NVIDIA's got a higher bar to exceed, so it's going to be interesting to watch. I would anticipate, these companies that have released earnings have seen 5, 6, 10% moves. It could go one way or the other. I don't know which way, but NVIDIA's got, they've got some interested eyes today.
That is true, and we are exceeding expectations. So, Matt, that's a great way to finish up. Thank you so much for always meeting with me, and I hope you have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too. It's always fun.